British pubs, a key ingredient of any vacation coming to Britain. And today we have for you our 6 unwritten rules that tourists need to know to really truly enjoy the pubs here in Britain. And I think the first rule you need to know, whether you're here in London ordering some pints or you're going up to Scotland to get dinner in a pub, is this. And that is that you order at the bar. They're not coming to your table to take your order. You need to go up to the bar and give your order there. And whether you're going to be ordering your pints or you're going to order your food or you're getting your snacks and your crisp, you order there. Also, when you go up and order, that's when you pay. It is not one of the things like in the US, you do all your drinking, you do all your eating, then you pay at the end. You're paying each time you go up there, okay? So be aware of that. And if you're gonna order food, make sure you have a table already and look at your table and get the table number for you. Because when you order, you're gonna tell them your table number and then they'll bring the food out to you, okay? That is one thing they do to the table, is actually bring the stuff out to you. So remember that, go and order everything at the bar, okay? Now, when you're up at the bar, the next unwritten rule I have for you is you always respect the queue. And you know that is one of the unwritten rules of coming to England and Scotland and Wales and everywhere around here, is queuing is very important. And the thing is though, there's not like this one line at the pub for getting drinks. There's gonna be multiple people around and everyone kind of knows who was there before them, and they're gonna make sure that that person in front of them is gonna get their order in first, because we're gonna respect that queue. So you're not trying to snap your fingers and be like, hey, bartender, come serve me first, or wave money at them or your card at them to get them to come over to you first. It doesn't work that way. You respect the queue at the pub. So if the bartender does come to you first, you'll be like, hey, thanks man, but actually she was here first, or he was here first, but I appreciate it, because that's how it works and people appreciate that. So you gotta make sure you're following that rule of staying in the queue when you went up there, all right? Now the third unwritten rule of going to the pub is that they order in rounds. So if we're going with friends, we're not all going up to the bar to order. We will go in rounds. Like I'll go up first, ask everybody what they want, and then I'll go and I'll pay the first round. Then the next time up, my friend will go up and take the orders and they'll order and get a round for everybody. And everybody needs to pay for a round. And you may think, well, Mark, I might not be there all night. I'm only gonna be there a little bit. Then make sure you're getting one of the early rounds so you get yours paid for. Or you may say, well, Mark, I just want to go out for one drink. That's fine, but so when it's your turn to go up, you go up and buy a round for everybody else and don't get something for yourself. But that is one of those things. You do not skip your round when it's your turn. You don't leave early to get out of it, because people remember that. And it's a super big faux pas when you're here, all right? Now, another unwritten rule that not every tourist realizes, and even some of the locals mess up on, is this. Not every pub that sells traditional British food sells good traditional British food. You know, you want your Scotch eggs, you want your bangers and mash and these kind of things, and sometimes they're phenomenal. And you'll walk into them and see people already eating and enjoying things. Whereas other ones you'll go in and like, oh, they have food, I don't see anybody eating. That should be a red flag for you. You need to make sure you look at the reviews, you ask people, hey, which pub should we go to eat? Because there's gonna be different places they recommend for you to go eat versus going drinking. And that's why it's really important when you go in, look around. If it's dinner time and there's nobody eating at the pub, it's probably a sign that you should order a pint and just stick with liquid diet that night. Now the fifth unwritten rule is one that will become much more precarious as the night goes on, and that is the toilets will undoubtedly be down a very narrow and steep set of stairs into the basement. We're talking, these are not accessible. If you have accessibility issues, you need to make sure you know which bars you can go to, because honestly, there's a number of times you're wondering if you're gonna make it back or even down to the toilet safely because they're down these little stairwells. So just be aware of that. And the sixth unwritten rule, and this is one that the workers at the bar really want you to respect, and that is don't linger past close. Look, the bars here in Britain don't really stay open super late, right? And so when it's closing time, it's closing time. Like they wrap things up really quickly. And if you're thinking, oh, I'm gonna linger and finish my beer, we got plenty of time after this. No. They close relatively quickly and they want you out, and they will remember if you're somebody that lingered too long, because they'll be like, look, you stayed too long last time, you need to get out earlier. So make sure you're being respectful and get out when it is closing time. Also, respect the people outside of the pub. So when you leave, you're quiet when you leave the pub, because a lot of times those pubs are in communities where people live and they're trying to get a night's sleep for a good day of work tomorrow or something else, and you don't want to be disrespectful to them. Anyway, those are just 6 little unwritten rules for British pubs that I think every tourist coming to Britain should know. What are some unwritten rules you think tourists should know when they come to hit the pubs here in England, or Wales, or Scotland, or wherever? Wish y'all the best. I'll say bye from here in London, because I'm going to go get myself a pint.